All right, today's video is going to be me yapping away about the last 2.5 weeks of what I did. Start off, we're going to talk about To Be Hero X. Insanely intricate anime coming from mainland China. It's very easy to tell what's the inspiration for its art style. It's clearly from Arcane. And one more thing to note is the animation style switches between traditional animation and 3D animation. Now, we already know Arcane is a wonderful show. Its art style is one of a kind. I believe the production of the show was announced in 2022 to 2023. And Arcane's first episode also happened to release around that time, a year earlier in November 6, 2021. So the timeline does kind of match up. To have that kind of skill and studio within that time span is a little bit crazy. I don't know how they did it. By the time I'm making this video, there's 3 episodes out. Okay, I just woke up this morning and watched the 4th episode. And dude, holy shit, man. It ties into the opening few episodes so well. Holy shit, you didn't even think it was foreshadowing, really. You just thought the character was schizophrenic. But you know what? The ending of this episode is fucking crazy. And also it tells us that whatever promotional material we see for the show, there's a good chance that it's a red herring or it doesn't match the story that it's going to tell. All these flashy designs could be just something that's catching your eyeballs and the story is completely different from it. Before we dive any deeper into the other aspects of the show, let's talk about the premise. The show is about a world where a hero's abilities and powers is determined by public perception. So let's say you're an ordinary person and you happen to have done something that's extremely brave and praiseworthy, and whatever that action that you did to resolve the issue will become symbolic of your power and all of your capabilities, as well as potential downsides. Now, I think the interesting aspect of this show is the downsides. In hero stories, usually a character's downfall comes from their origin or their personal flaws, maybe a situation they found themselves in. Something that's more tangible, whereas in this universe, it's a little bit beyond your control because it's other people's perception of you that places this burden on your shoulders. So, whatever power you have can manifest a bad side. What I mean by this is if a hero is perfect, then in his daily life, everything he does have to be perfect. That is basically our main character, Nice. N-I-C-E. That's literally his name, Nice. What I'm about to say next is literally the first episode, so I'm not spoiling anything. The character we follow, he witnessed the original Nice, the superhero, dying by killing himself. And this world, heroes are managed by companies and corporations. So the moment that Nice dies, the management has to find the next person to replace the hero. That's where our main character steps in, He just happened to be at the right place at the right time. And he looks similar enough to Nice to fool people over for now. Originally, our main character, he does not have OCD, he's not a perfectionist, but as public perception believe him to be nice, he's slowly starting to manifest those negative aspects and capabilities, his eye color, his irises changing into a different tone, and him being able to fly, I believe. Another example is a character called Furman. Now, his English name doesn't really deliver the idea of what his abilities are. In Mandarin, his name was Budao, which means not fallen or to not fall. Therefore, his superpower is just him not being able to, fall. He will just be an immovable brick shithouse. What's the downside of this? Well, the downside of this, and it's explored within the 3rd episode of the show, he literally cannot bend his fucking knees to shit. Brother is standing up while sleeping, standing up while pooping, and if he drops anything in the shower, brother is not bending. So for him, it was a personal hell. Let's say what you did was I don't know, sticking your hand into a fire to save a child or something. And now your ability is related to fire, right? Naturally, you would think, okay, maybe you could turn the fire off. Maybe you could do this and that. But no, in this universe, maybe your downside is just that your hand is constantly on fire because everybody thinks it's a cool aspect of your power. And have fun going anywhere with a hand on fire. Because the rest of the world is still normal. There's no superhero tech. Regular people are still just regular people. As far as we are aware, there's no superhero tech. Maybe that will get explored later. But this show has a lot of good potential. Okay, the next thing I want to talk about is Microsoft Visio. It's a sudden change in topic. Yes, I understand. And the reason why I'm even complaining about it is because for some reason my boss wants to use it for creating a really simple diagram. And here I'm thinking like, why can't I just use like Illustrator or Photoshop to make it? I didn't say it. I, just trust that maybe there's something deeper that I don't understand yet, as I'm just a rookie in the field. When I started using like Visio, my brain literally started to like krill itself, It's just so unpleasant to work with. To duplicate an item, like you have to press such a specific combination of keys. It's like really stressful. And page setting. Nowhere online does it tell you how to do it. I think I figured it out by just like messing around. It's at the bottom. To change and set your page size, it's at the bottom of the program. Like it says page 1, page 2. You right click that and it gives you option to change it. Now something that's a little bit more useful in the IT world is basically a methodology that I'm slowly adapting into my workflow, which is just check what's persistent throughout the entire thing. Like what's the common denominator that always happens to be there, but we ignored it because we tend to just believe it's always working or it's just part of the background. It's nothing important. It takes a little bit of skill and experience. I do agree on that. But generally you can figure out like, okay, I've tried everything. What else I haven't touched? And oftentimes it's just like that one thing that you expect to work, but just for some reason update broke it or some shit. Maybe a user decided to randomly somehow just tinker with it. Now to our gaming segment, just a few things. HSR, Honkai Star Rail Anniversary is happening right now as we're speaking. Pretty good. I won my 50-50, by the way. I got the butterfly girl with the dragon. So yeah, that's pretty sick, man. Or I could have just lost track my pity. Like, this is my heart pity. I don't remember. I'd rather believe I won my 50-50. Makes me feel better. If you guys have played Wuthering Waves, you would know there's a nerf in there for a particular character. And what is the exact nerf? Let's just say it's anti-gooner. Yeah, no, search it up. It's actually like really fucking funny and also like creepy at the same time. Just they changed the design element for what's her face? Kentarella. What specific element got changed? I'll let you guys figure that out. It's it's really fucking gooner bait. Let's talk about real life stuff, okay? In terms of real life stuff, I went to a mixer and I would say it's pretty fun, surprisingly. I'm a super fucking introverted and shy as fuck person, and it's surprisingly very easy to speak with people this time around. I think it's also because like everybody there stood on business. So the event gave people bingo sheets to fill out, and for each row you get a bingo on, you get a better and better prize. And some prizes are so good they distribute it through a lottery. But basically these prizes, people want to win them. So everybody stood on business, started like, socializing. Even if you're an awkward person, even if you're this, that, and third, somebody will speak to you just because they want to fill out their bingo sheet. And that makes it really like easy and relaxing for me to just go around and, start hitting up people about random things like, oh, hey, what made you came here? How was your evening? And would you mind signing this sheet for me? It's just like straightforward, no bullshit. In other mixers, people just kind of fucking stood there awkwardly, like gotta find like weird entry talking points. It boils down to like the same thing all the damn time, which is just like, hey, what got you interested in this event? Who introduced you, if anybody? And do you always come to these type of events? It's the same shit. It's so fucking boring. This mixer had a, I would say personally speaking, it's kind of like expensive getting into the event. It's right between expensive and cheap. We're talking about above 20, but below like 40. Oh my god, holy shit. My original plan was just to go there, stay an hour or two, and then leave. I ended up staying for the entire event pretty much. I left like, 30 minutes earlier, something like that. Everybody there dressed like business casual for some reason. Like they were dressed well, dude. I thought it was like a chill event where we just, dress however. But no, I was like, what the fuck, dude? Everybody was wearing their like business shoes. Some was wearing like fucking Sunday bests. I don't know how to say it, but yeah, you get the idea. Honestly, when I'm making these videos, like I feel like not planning things out makes me want to speak more. This video, I'm using materials that I've written down and trying to like express it into a cohesive storytelling. I don't know if it's giving me the effect that I want, to be honest. It doesn't feel like as authentic. Then when you start like spitting off the dome, you just start rambling. Honestly, the mixer was like the highlight of this month for me. Originally, me and my friends, we were planning to going together, but like, bro pulled out last second, bro. Unbelievable. I can't believe he literally baited me into going and then decided to not go. I'll never forgive him for that.